Kevin Hincks live at the CBOE. Our pre-bell playbook is underway, and we go live there now. Are we feeling that market's looking mostly higher after some of the earnings, particularly Palantir? Your thoughts?
Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, futures, E-minis, and NASDAQ both higher on the day off of, let's face it, this sector of, software sector of the S&P was under pressure for the last couple months, the last 90 days, as was Palantir was one of them. And so this is, Nicole, exactly what they needed to do, which was a beat and a raise. Here's some of the quotes from their CEO. We exceeded even our most ambitious expectations on demand from the U.S. Defense Department. Remember, President Trump's trying to raise that budget to $1.5 trillion. So also he said such a massive acceleration in growth for a company of this scale and size. So Palantir doing the beat and the raise, just what we needed. Now, that stock is up. Let's see if that takes the rest of software up with them. But a spectacular quarter. The growth continues out of a company like Palantir.
All right. So, look, it's been unbelievable. I mean, I saw it up 10% earlier. It's definitely going to be the talk of Wall Street today, particularly because the AI trade is always in question. But when you see the hyperscalers spending $500 billion, some of it at least has to be real. In the meantime, we got the big disappointing announcement. We love to get all the job stuff. Nope, not getting that.
Yeah, exactly. So the frustrating part of this week is even though the Senate passed their spending package, the House still needs to pass a Senate-approved spending package to end the government shutdown. Now, they'll have a procedural vote late morning today, and hopefully they'll have a full vote to pass this later on today, and then it'll go to President Trump's desk, and hopefully it'll be a very short-lived government shutdown. But nonetheless, we're not getting jolts today. They already announced on Monday that we're not getting payrolls on Friday, so the frustration in the financial markets continue. Just as we thought we were starting to catch up and get real-time data, it all shuts down, and we're not going to get data. Now, we'll get ADP tomorrow. I don't know if we'll get jobless claims on Thursday, but no jolts today, no payrolls on Friday. So the frustration continues, Nicole.
So now we have Project Vault for rare earths. I love these cool names. I mean, I'm not in the government, I'm not in the army, but I love when I can just be a part of some big project. Project Vault. Tell us about that.
So we learned a lot of things in the pandemic, and we learned that we can't count on China for rare earths and things when there's any kind of dispute. So therefore, the Trump administration, the rare earth miners are moving higher because known as Project Vault, the proposed is expected to combine nearly $2 billion in private capital with $10 billion loan from the U.S. Export-Import Bank. And so a $12 billion fund set up a strategic reserve for rare earths. So remember, this continues to make the United States more independent, less dependent on China. And like I said, during the pandemic, what did we learn? We learned that we have to secure all these important rare earth metals on our own and reduce our dependence on China. It's the right move for the U.S. Obviously, the stocks of these companies are jumping on this news, but I think it's the right play for the U.S. to do for sure, Nicole.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday morning early, I saw USAR up 8%, critical metals was up 7.8%, U.S. antimony was up 5.8%, MP materials was also higher by more than 4% in the morning. I have to check end of the day. But definitely it's a story here. You're seeing the gains here, so this must be tacking on to yesterday's gains. Let's talk about the metals. Are they back?
Well, they're still volatile. I wouldn't trust a rally just like I wouldn't trust a sell-off. I think you're going to get whippy two-way trades. I think the one word to describe the metals markets right now is volatile. Do I know which way it's going? I have no idea, but I know it's going to go somewhere quickly because yesterday, Friday, Monday, and starting out today, right now I have gold up about 6.4%, almost 300 points in gold. So the volatility is still there, Nicole, and I expect it to continue, frankly.
You know, I just wanted to touch on Palantir as I saw that D.A. Davidson actually lowered its price target on Palantir, and they have a neutral rating. So I thought that was interesting. The stock is around 147 in the D.A. Davidson call. They have it at 180 from 215 and a neutral rating. But obviously an incredible record quarter. So we'll continue to follow the story on Palantir and everything else that you hit this morning, Kevin Hincks. We thank you there live at the CBOE.